how to get better at football without working out. If getting better at football is something that you're serious about, it's something that you've been consistent about, you've been going to the gym, you've been hitting the field, you've been just praying and just thinking about how you're going to destroy everybody this season, how you're going to take over, that this season is going to be your breakout season, and you really feel that, you're really ready for that. If that's how you're feeling right now, then this video is just going to give you a slight edge, even more than a slight edge. It's going to teach you things that are going to get you better at football whenever you're not training, okay? Whenever you're not working out, whenever you're not going hard on the field, you're going to learn how to never stop getting better at football throughout your day. And the first mistake that people make is thinking that working out is the only way to get better at football. Thinking that hitting the gym, thinking that running your routes, doing your footwork drills, doing your position specific drills, thinking that's the only way to get better at football. It's not, even though those are the best ways to get better at football, lifting weights to get strong, because when you're strong, you're explosive, and then hitting the field to get your technique right. So you're making sure you're getting out your breaks right, you got your technique, whatever. Yes, that will make you better at football, but working out isn't the only way. And what I mean by this is, look at the other things you're doing throughout the day. Like, are you stimulating your brain a lot? Like, are you waking up and looking at your phone too much, scrolling too much? Because that takes your energy away, especially when you do it right off the wake up. You instantly get on your phone and the blue light hits you. That drains your energy. It makes you not want to get up. It makes you less motivated to get better throughout the day, to have a productive day, okay? So to fix that, instead of waking up, grabbing something, grabbing your phone and watching videos, wake up, go outside. Wake up, go outside, go on a walk. Because one, that'll clear your mind. It'll help you start a productive day, a win at the start of the day. And if you want to get lean, it helps you get lean too. It clears your head. Going on a walk at first thing in the morning will help you so much getting better at football. So that's one thing that will help you get better at football: going on walks and not scrolling too much, not stimulating your brain too much, not getting instant gratification from your dopamine hits whenever your thumb moves up and down on the screen, because that triggers dopamine, and that's fake dopamine. That's not real. You didn't deserve that. You didn't work to get those videos on the screen, and you're tricking your brain that thinking that you did. So that's one thing you can stop doing that'll make you better at football. That'll give you more energy to go work out. Okay, another thing is, look at how you're sitting down. Are you sitting down in chairs a lot? Are you wearing very cushioned shoes a lot? Are you wearing Nikes, Jordans? And if the answer is yes, that you are sitting down in chairs, that you are wearing cushioned shoes a lot, couple fixes to do that. And I'm not saying those things are bad, but there's definitely more healthy things to rest in. There are more healthy things to put your feet in. And I'm telling you these right now. The best way you want to rest your body in the position, rather than sitting on a chair or sitting on a couch, is resting in a seiza position, in a crisscross position. And I say this all the time in my videos about how seiza position and crisscross positions will help you build a healthy movement pattern, so your legs will bow and corner out of pressure instead of having your knees cave in. And these ideas come from Goda, okay? And I mention them all the time. They really changed my life. Resting in these positions it'll really get you right, okay? It's better than resting in chairs, because when you rest in chairs, you're putting your tail to crown ratio. I think that's what they call it. Your tail is in front of your crown, okay? When you want your crown to be in front of your tail, and your crown is your head, your tail is your butt. You want to have a good tail to crown ratio, so your tail is behind your crown. That's called a back chain dominant. You want to get more of your power throughout your glutes, because your glutes have most of your fascia in your body, and whenever you're more aligned in your fascia, you're the most explosive. So you want to use your glutes. You want to be glute dominant, not quad dominant, whenever you're running, whenever you're working out. And whenever you sit in normal chairs, whenever you sit on couches and you're leaning back in recliners, that makes you front chain dominant. That makes you more quad dominant, and that teaches you unhealthy movement patterns. So what we want to do is we want to rest in seiza positions, like I've been showing you on the screen. You want to rest in crisscross positions. You want your chest in front of your hips. And I know you probably think, man, what is he talking about? But I'm telling you, this is Goda. I listen to these Goda podcasts. I'm going to put some in the description. I need you to listen to them fully so you can understand what I'm talking about. But after I started doing this, man, I'm not scared to get hurt anymore. I go all out on the field, and I've gotten through 3 knee surgeries, and I learned this after my knee surgeries. And whenever I started implementing this into my life, man, I'm not scared to get hurt anymore. I'm not scared because I trust myself. I trust what I'm doing. I trust the way I move. Okay, so that's another way you can get better. And what I was saying about the Nike shoes, the cushion shoes. Whenever you wear cushion shoes like Nike's, Jordans, you're basically sitting on a couch. Your feet are sitting on a couch. And I just told you why sitting on a couch is bad. Because I mean, if you sit on a couch all day, you're not going to get any stronger. So if you put your feet in couches, which are your Nike shoes, which are your Jordans, which are your cushion shoes, when you put your feet in that, you're putting your feet in couches. When you sit on a couch all day, you're not getting any stronger. You're getting lazier. You're not using your body. And so what you're doing to your feet is you're not using your feet muscles. And I'm telling you, if you just switch from working out from Nike shoes to barefoot shoes, you will start using so much more of your feet muscles, and you will see explosiveness gains the fastest you've ever seen explosiveness gains before. Within the first month of you wearing barefoot shoes, you will feel way stronger and way faster. But it takes some getting used to though, so don't rush into barefoot shoes. If you wear Nikes, which I'm assuming you do, or Adidas, or whatever shoes you wear to work out in that have a lot of cushion, like slowly get off of them, and maybe like start 2 days a week you wearing barefoot shoes to your workouts, then 3 days a week, because barefoot shoes have no cushion. So if you don't get used to them, then you could probably hurt yourself. So proceed with caution with those shoes, okay? And another way to get better at football without training is knowing that you are better when you're not thinking. You're better when you're not being so analytical. Okay, I need to do this move and then this to get open, and then whenever the ball comes, I need to do this. No, bro. Let your instincts take over. You are way faster and way better, and you are really the best athlete whenever you aren't thinking too much. Whenever you turn that analytical side of your brain off, you just let your human instincts take over, okay? The only time that you really want to think about everything you're doing is whenever you're learning something new, or you're trying to refine something. Not in a game, not in a practice, not when you're competing against people. You just want to be in the moment, be in the flow, and compete and have fun. And it's a lot easier said than done, because I used to be an overthinker. Whenever I was an overthinker, man, I had the worst years of my life whenever I was overthinking, not just in football, but in life, bro. You're overthinking, thinking too much, like in social situations or in any other situation outside of football. It doesn't really help unless like you really need to make a smart decision or you're learning something new. Other than that, bro, you don't need to be thinking too much. You don't need to be in your head too much, okay? You just need to let things flow, let this life flow, because I'm telling you, you are way faster, way better, and the game it's way more fun when you're just playing and smiling and having fun and hitting people. That's when the game is the best. That's when you are your best at the game, by not thinking, just playing, because your body knows what to do. Your subconscious mind remembers everything you've ever done with your life, and it remembers so much more. Your conscious mind can't comprehend what your subconscious mind knows, okay? So trust your subconscious mind, trust your instincts. Just because you haven't juked somebody, you haven't broke somebody's ankles in like a couple years, doesn't mean you can't break their ankles now. Once you learn a skill, you don't forget it. That's not how it works. Once you learn a skill and you learn how to do something, even if you haven't done it for a long time, when the next time you do it, all you're gonna be is a little rusty. Just whenever, like if you take time off of a thing, off of like a skill or something, say you haven't juked somebody in a long time, bro, you still know how to do it. Don't doubt yourself, okay? Just go in and let your body take over. I have videos talking about this, how to get in the flow. I'm gonna link them up there, and I really suggest you watch that, because that is really a cheat code. When you understand how to get in the flow and how to not overthink, that is a very crucial step in your football journey. And a third way you can get better at football without training too much kind of stems off of what I just talked about with the power of your mind. And now that you know that like you're way better when you're not thinking, you should know that you can trick your mind into anything. Like your subconscious mind, I said that it remembers like everything you've ever done, but it takes everything in. Everything that you let it take in, it takes in, okay? So I say my shirt is red, I'm wearing a red shirt. My conscious mind says yes, and so my subconscious mind says yes. I say I'm wearing a blue shirt. My conscious mind says no, and so my subconscious mind will say no. It takes whatever the conscious mind gives it, okay? So whenever you say, man, I suck at football, your subconscious mind is like, okay, I suck at football. Whenever you say, I'm the best football player in the world, your subconscious mind takes it and says, I'm the best football player in the world. And whatever your subconscious mind believes, whatever is repetitively told to your subconscious mind, and whenever you feel that emotion, whenever you say that to yourself, whatever is most consistent in that subconscious mind, it'll show out into the world. It'll show out into the world. Have you ever forgot about something, like you're thinking of a word, but you couldn't figure out the name of the word that you were trying to think of, whatever. You couldn't figure it out. But then days later, maybe hours later, you figure it out. You're like, oh, the word I was trying to say was that. That's your subconscious mind working. Okay, so all you got to do is set the intention of whatever you want to be. You can trick your mind into whatever you want to be. So you want to be the fastest player on the field. You want to be the best receiver. You want to be the best quarterback. Set the intention in your subconscious mind by telling yourself that you are that best player on the field, that you are the best quarterback. And that's what it is. It's nothing else. Okay, it's not what your coach says about you. It's not what a recruiter says about you, not what your teammate says about you. It's what you want. It's what you feel about you. And it's what you believe in your heart to be true. It's what you assume to be true. That is what is true, okay? That is how you take over your mind. That is how you shift your mindset, shift your mentality into living the life and being the man that you want to be. That is how, okay? That's how, and obviously we can have a conversation about this for a super long time, but that's just a short answer on how to do that. And here's the fourth way to get better. And it's not, this kind of talks about working out, this secret, but it's to separate yourself from bench warmers. You need to show up consistently, okay? Showing up is half the work. So once you show up, you're 50% done of being successful. But to separate yourself from starters, you need to show out consistently. Okay, so you show up. Once you show up consistently, you're beating out the bench warmers. You're beating out the people that aren't serious, okay? But to beat out the people that are serious, you need to show out consistently. So what that means is you got to be intense with everything you do. Not only do you show up consistent, and showing up consistent isn't a problem anymore. The main thing you need to do is show it with intensity and intention. Okay, so whenever I'm running these routes, I'm sticking my foot in the ground as hard as I can whenever I'm planning. Okay, whenever I'm making my move, I'm sticking my foot in the ground as hard as I can. That's my intention. That's my intensity. Whenever I'm lifting these weights, I'm going as hard as I can. I'm going heavy to failure. Okay, that's how you need to show up. That's the mindset you need to bring to separate yourself from the starters, because it's easy to separate ourselves from the bench warmers. All we got to do is show up at the gym consistently. But to separate ourselves from the best players, from the players that the coaches trust the most, we got to trust ourselves the most to show up with intensity and show up with intention and show out and give our absolute best. Okay, that's just a little mindset switch that you have to have whenever it comes to getting better at football. And another thing that is really a cheat code. The last thing that I'm talking about to you right now, this is really a cheat code when it comes to getting better at football, because it has nothing to do with like you actually working out, but it makes you way better than your peers. And it's called exposure therapy. And if you don't know what exposure therapy is whenever you're in a physical presence of, like, say like you're a ninth grader, okay? You go to a gym, or you hit the field consistently with like the top 12th graders in the nation. Whenever you're working out with them consistently, like your body sees how fast they move and how good they are at the sports. The D1, that they're committed to Alabama, to Georgia, to LSU, whatever. Whenever you're working out with them consistently and you're just a freshman in high school, your body and your mind like realizes that is possible, because you're looking at it, you're in that physical presence. So when you work out with people way ahead of you and way more advanced than you, you naturally start to pick up on their certain things, on their tendencies, okay? So to get better at this, to take advantage of this, is find the best people around you, the best people at your school, the best people in your city, and like be friends with them and compete with them as much as you possibly can. An example of this is whenever I started working out with my NFL friends, I've never been the fastest, I've never been the strongest. I got bigger, faster, stronger, more athletic, smarter, because I asked them questions. Like, everything changes whenever you're around the right people. So if you want to be an NFL player and you surround yourself with like people that are bench warmers at your school, that only play high school to get the varsity jacket, That's the only reason why they play, and for social status. If you're surrounding yourself by them, and then whenever in their locker room they're hitting vapes, they don't really care, bro, and you're not gonna do anything in the sport. So surround yourself with the best people, with the top people, the top teammates you have, the top people in the city, and compete with them and be around them. Go to lunch with them, have food with them, because that's a cheat code. Just being around people with a different mentality, with a different mindset, and then seeing them actually put in the work, it makes it way easier for you to run as fast as them, to lift as heavy as them. Because if you're always competing with people that are worse than you, you're in the wrong room. There's a saying that says, I don't know if it's Warren Buffett that said this, but here's how it goes. If you're the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to be around the people that are more advanced, that are stronger than you, that are faster than you, that have a better mentality than you, that have that dog mentality. That's who you need to be around, okay? Now that you know how to get better at football without working out, I'm sure you'll like this video right here.